one way to know its worth when we celebrate the world. Celebrate the world, come on and celebrate the world. Celebrate the world. All you gotta do is live your life, be true. Live your life, be true, and never be afraid. Never be afraid to grow.
On a day not so long ago, a man named the Wansler came to the valley looking for a material to make his new invention, the thneed. This valley was home to many creatures, including the swami swans, the brown barbaloots, and the hummingfish. But what mattered most in the valley was the truffula trees.
These trees, I've traveled so far to find trees like these. They'll be perfect for my thneed. Now that I've found a material as perfect as these, I think I might rest under this tree.
The Wansler sat under his tree as he drifted off into a deep sleep. When the Wansler wakes up, he gets to work. First, he builds a home in between some trees. Next, he retrieves his axe and walks over to the nearest tree.
It will take one tree for me to make my thneed. All I need to do is chop it down.
The Wansler cuts down the tree with one chop. He was knitting the tufts of the trees in his newly built home when a creature popped out of the tree stump.
Hey, who cut down this tree? You. Why would you cut down this poor tree?
I cut it down for my new invention, the thneed. Who are you?
Why, I am the Lorax. I speak for the creatures and the trees. You can't just go around cutting down trees whenever you please. These trees are the food for the barbaloots. They will starve if you cut them down.
I only cut down one, and it was for a good cause, my thneed. This thneed is something everyone will need. It can do anything one could possibly need. Look at it here, you see.
No one could possibly need something as ridiculous as this need. There is no cause good enough to cut down my tree.
Well, we will see. I'm off to the nearest town to sell my thneed.
With that, the Wansler left his house and went to town. He was not gone long, and he was without his thneed.
Look at this. I already sold my first thneed. I'll be rich with the help of these trees. But the desire is too big, the market too great for me to make these alone. I must call the whole Wansler family to come.
Wait, you can't make more. What about the trees? Will they suffer more for your needs?
The Lorax tried, but the Wansler was already running to his house. He called his family for help without a moment to spare. A day or so passed by, and the entire Wansler family had arrived.
Wansler family, welcome to the valley. These trees are perfect for my thneed. We need to get to work immediately, quickly. Brother, get your axe and start over there.
You can't cut down these trees. I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. No money is worth all of this.
You don't understand. I'll be rich with these trees. They're just sitting here. They won't be missed. Now you, Lorax, need to leave me alone.
The Lorax, feeling defeated, goes to check on the brown barbaloots who are playing under some of the trees. A week has passed by, and the Wansler and his family have built a new factory for their thneed. Almost half the trees are cut down, and the factory is causing a small smog to settle in the valley.
Business is thriving, and the money is coming. My factory is growing, and my thneed is the thing that everybody needs.
Look what you've done. Can you even see it? You've cut down half the trees. When will enough be enough?
When will enough be enough? Don't you see, I am rich because of your trees. You may think bad of me and my thneed, but this is the thing that the consumers need. Someone else will chop down your trees if it wasn't me.
These trees were fine before you, but it isn't just the trees that need me. The poor brown barbaloots. They eat the fruit from the trees, but with you cutting them down, there isn't enough food to go around. I have to send them away. I hope they will find something else to eat.
The barbaloots will be fine. They were always in the way anyway. Now why won't you just leave me alone?
But the trees...
I will do as I please. Now leave my factory.
Before the Lorax could say another word, the Wansler left in a hurry. Will the Wansler learn before it's too late? Only time will tell. A few more weeks passed by, and the happy valley was left bare. The air was filled with a thick smoke, and the water filled with pollution from the ever-growing factory.
Business is better than ever. The thneed business is growing just as fast as my factory. What else could I even ask for?
Look what you have done. I speak for the trees. Well, the ones that are left anyway. Now your chopping of the trees isn't my only problem. It's this factory of yours. The air is so filled with smoke, my swami swans can't see or breathe. The water is so polluted that the hummingfish can't sing. Needs may be what you think you need, but what about them? What do they need? I have to send all of them away. The Swami swans need to breathe and the humming fish need to sing. I tried to warn you, but now it's too late.
I can't believe I didn't see. All the creatures have to leave because of me and my Thneed? Lorax, I should have listened.
Suddenly, before the Wansler could finish his sentence, a phone rang. The Wansler rushed to answer it.
Hello? It did. It's risen by 100%. What a good day. Tell the men to keep chopping and keep the Thneeds coming. With stocks that high, people will keep buying.
The Wansler quickly hung up the phone and turned to look at the shocked Lorax.
Now you listen to me. These trees of yours are making me rich. It would have been someone else if it wasn't me. Now you take your Swami Swams and humming fish concerns and leave me be.
I tried so hard to warn you of what the soon will be, but you won't listen to me. The poor trees, the poor barbaloo Swami Swans and humming fish. They all lost their homes because of what? Because of greed? I've warned you once, I've warned you twice, and now a third time. But now you are out of time. Now all that's left is to say goodbye.
As the Lorax turned to leave, he and the Wansler heard the final whack of the axe on the final trefula tree. The Lorax turned and gave the Wansler one final glance. Finally, he turned and with his own hand lifted himself up into the sky and waved the Wansler one final goodbye. The Wansler stood alone as he saw the Lorax leave. It wasn't long before the last Thneed was sold and his family left, leaving the factory empty and the Wansler alone.
What have I done? They're all gone. The trees, the barbaloos, the Swami Swans, and the humming fish. They're all gone. Even that silly Lorax left me. He warned me. The Lorax warned me not to cut down the trees. All I have left is my empty factory. I should have listened. I should have. If only. What? Where am I? Did I fall asleep? Was that tragedy only a dream? Look at the trees. They're all still here. Not one has been chopped down. The sky is clear and the water is clean. And look at the barbaloos eating their fruit. The Swami Swans are flying and the humming fish are singing. Even though it was all a dream, I now know what I must do. I need to protect these trees. No one really needs my Thneeds, and they're not as important as these.
The Wansler works quickly and builds a home beside the trees. A few days pass, and the Wansler crosses paths with a little boy.
Who are you, and why do you have a house out by these trees?
Don't you see? I'm here protecting the trees. They need me, you see. They need me to save them from people like me.
Protect the trees? Why would you want to protect these?
These trees, you see, they feed the brown barbaloos, and they keep the air clean. If someone were to build a factory here, it would fill the sky with thick smoke and pollute the water. Chopping down a single tree can ruin everything you see in this valley. Someone must protect the trees. It can be me for a time, but someone else must help. You can help too. You can protect these glorious trees.
I see. Someone does need to protect these trees.
This is just what the trees need.
The Wansler walks with the little boy and tells him all about the tree, and then hands him a seed. Years have passed, and the Wansler is walking through the trees by himself. He sees something move out of the corner of his eye. When he turns to look, he sees a creature he has seen before. Without saying a word, he walks to the Lorax. They look at each other, and the Lorax only nods as if he understands what is running through the Wansler's mind. Wordlessly, the Wansler smiles and scoops the Lorax into a hug, like he's met an old friend.